Where? You're. Hello, I'm late. First time you have to wait 24 hours, then it will let you. Maybe that's what's happened. No, I was just late. Is it working? I have to wait for people.
Is anyone joined?
Yeah, apparently. Yes, there's 3 people on here. Two people. It includes me for some reason. Oh, hello! Yay, people are seeing me. Right. Oh, hello. Hello. I'm in the garden. And yeah. Yeah. It's I went to see it yesterday before it arrived today, and found a few holes in the chassis. Hello, the Beechwoods. The Beechwoods. Yeah, went to see it yesterday, and yeah, there was a few holes in the chassis, but it's all fixable. I don't think it's any worse than CJ's van, and obviously his was fixed. But yeah, it's lovely, as Toasty said. Hello, Tim. Hello, John, and hello, those Scots lass. Yeah, it's gonna be brilliant. But it won't start for about a month or 2 because I want to put it through an MOT first before I build out the back. Obviously, the box is all right. The roller shutters are pain. That's going to come off definitely. And obviously it'll be painted different colours. Maybe I won't say that now. You know, keep it a surprise. Oh, hello, Wheels Adventures. Hello, Anfield Road layout. Yeah, so it needs, obviously the bumper's hanging off, and this door's okay. The other wheel arch needs welding, and the footwell here, as you can already see, is hanging down. There's not much left of it, and he's doing. Beechwoods, yeah, this is for me. It's like your van. It's gonna, yeah, bed up there, L-shaped seating area, kitchen, and a shower, and a burner. That's all going in. But yeah, this is going to be my home. That's why I'm putting the effort in, because it's been off the road for 3 years. I think its last MOT was in 2017. Oh, yeah, I can't remember exactly. Lights. Yeah, well, obviously there's 2 lane marker lights here and here. There's going to be a whole row of marker lights. I reckon spotlights like Liam the Terrible, and then maybe a light bar on the top. And then everyone puts these like square fog lights on, the actual like H4 bulbs. No, H7s. The actual headlight bulb. So I'm going to put them there as well, because it's just sort of almost like tradition. But yeah, so lights will be going on once it's MOT. Yeah, before the installation goes in, I'm going to run all the wires for the lights. Exciting stuff. Gonna have no, it's a 3.5 ton. That's why it's got single wheel. That's the main reason for getting it, really. Obviously, being at 3.5 ton and it's a ply box. Weight cautious on everything. Put like nothing in it. It's probably overweight now. No, I think the van itself is 2 tons, and I can't see the box weighing more than 0.5 ton. So I say maximum 2.5 tons as is empty, which gives me a ton to put in, which isn't much, but you can't have it all. You can't have a big box, a small van, and drive a 3.5 ton. So yeah, it's going to be. I'm hoping to have it livable by the 1st of October, because that's when my insurance runs out. Which sadly is after the whole van meet season, because like obviously the last one is Overland Show in September, so I'm even going to miss that in it. So it's such a shame, but now well, it's for next year. Yeah, I've sort of come up with a rough name. Rose. Yeah. Don't know why. I went through a load of names, and that sort of it makes them break down. Is that true? I don't know.
Just leave it, Roy.
Roy, oh, you could name it Roy. That's a. I don't know if it's mirrored for you. It's mirrored for me. It says Roy's Removals and Light Haulage, which yeah,
Roy the ex removal van.
Roy. Could name it Roy. That would not be a bad name. Oh, I'm gonna take a proper picture of that and stuff. Because once that door's painted, you'll never see that again, which is a shame. I think this is quite a successful live for my first one. But yeah, my video about the actual van went really well because yeah, no, it's my first video that's actually had like the majority of its views. I think it's got like 900 odd views now, and nearly 800 of them were from the YouTube Home recommended, which I've never seen before. So thank you to everyone. Sounds like a brilliant project. Yeah, lights. Yeah, glad you like the name. Yeah, none of the actual lights are hooked up yet. It's the guy half did the project and then finger tightened all the bolts back in, and yeah, multiple things happened that made him not need that anymore. But yeah, it's got new bumper, new wing, new front, new grill, bonnet, sorry, new step, new bottom door sills, and new wheel arch. So a lot of new bits. He spent like, I don't know, grand on parts and like £2 on storage because he had to put it somewhere. So £3, and I got it for 1,900 with recovery. So yeah, rose and respray. Next going to be branding. I want to try and keep it sort of just low profile, really. There's going to be a deck up there, and then it's going to be like 1,500 watts of solar at least. I know that's a lot, but I want to run an induction hob, and I want to stay away from gas because I'm just going to do that. But yeah, lights, and I'm only going to put windows on one side so I can park up against like a hedge with the windows, and then it sort of looks stealth. And I will tell you the colours of the box. Box wants to be green, and I'm going to paint the front in battleship grey, like using it. And because obviously the bodies on these vans rust so badly, like Pepe, Aiden Abyss van, they painted it in military paint, and then went to Scotland, and the salt in 3 months rusted all over again. So I'm going to use Rust-Oleum combi colour on this, and I'm going to do battleship grey, and that way it's a primer and stops rust, and it's top coat. So I can just slap a new coat on, even if I see a bit of rust, you know, without anything major. And like I said, the roller shutter is coming off, and I'm going to build a separate wall because it weighs a ton, and it's like one of those old. It's like a shop one, like an actual shop one with the convex, and it's very loud, so not very stealthy. In the video, yeah, I bought it. Definitely bought it. Yeah, as I say, I went to saw it yesterday. My hopefulness of it was just like, there's a hole in the chassis here. There's a hole in the chassis here. I was like, that's not great, but maybe my budget for a van was £3. Is how I look at it. I've got a spare grand, so if I got to pay someone, I might see if I can get the same person that did CJ's to do the structural parts, because it's the bump stops. So it's not that major because it's just bump stops. The leaf spring mount seems solid. It's just the bump stop bits and a couple of bits around there near the wheel arches and stuff. I mean, obviously CJ had all those problems and had patches up around his leaf spring. So I think at the end of the day, it's no worse than his, and it can all be fixed. And as long as it's fixable, that's all that matters. If it's going to cost me a bit, I'm not too bothered. I'm going to do all the bodywork welding myself, and yeah, as much as I can, really, because I prefer to do things myself. Summer coming up, going to be a great time. Yeah, yes, I think I got this van at the best time. I'm going on holiday for 2 weeks, so it can't start until the end of April anyway, so that's why you won't see any updates on it, sadly. But jet wash the chassis, rust convert any rust on it, find the holes and the weak point, and weld them all up. And I think that's quite a strategical way of doing it. And then the rust converter is a primer as well, but I'm not going to leave it like that, obviously. So I'm going to put slap some chassis paint on it, which is a primer as well, obviously. And then not only that, I'm also going to wax or hammerite it. So pretty much, if it rusts, it would be a miracle. I knew when you called facing it. yeah. I'd say yes to the guy because he was like, if you don't say yes, like I'm gonna see if I can. Well, I've got other people interested, so it might just sell to them. So I said yes, and then I was still unsure. I had to go down and see it one more time, but it was already on the recovery truck when I went and saw it, so it was a bit late, even though I found all the holes in the chassis. So I was like, I'll just get it anyway. And I had a look online today for old 310s and old Merc T1s. You can't find them. The lowest price I found one that's a rust bucket is $4,000. So $2,000 needs a bit of welding. Bargain. Like, if that was in mint condition, I had 12 months MOT, even with the empty box, $6,000 van, easy, minimum. It's raining, so yeah. I was only going to do a quick stream, by the way. If you like this, I'll do some other times. But yeah, we'll go until the sunset gets down, and then I've got to have a fire. There's that Jag. It's still there. My lady is parked on the road at the top because there's no space for him now. Because there's this van, well, there's a Jag, this van, and then my dad's van. So yeah,
Park him in the back of the van.
yeah, I could just park the car in the back of the van. Get some. There's even some ramps there, some car ramps just next to it. You just drive it up into it. That's my friend, by the way, Ben. He's I don't know if he's popped up in a couple of videos, I think. Building treehouse and shed extensions, if anyone watched from back then in the day. Yeah, I have to stop soon because of the rain. Is the garden in shade most of the day now? It's in shade most of the day now because of the other side. There's massive pine trees. So that will now be shading the neighbour's garden. It only turned up at 1 o'clock this evening. So I've only had it here for 6 hours. Yeah, 6 hours. Just trying to do maths in my head quickly. So sorry, I wish I could stay for your first live. Sadly, I have to go. No worries. I probably won't be long anyway. Like I said, probably go till just past 7:30 because it's raining now and my laptop's here. I mean, knowing today's weather though, it'll be sunny in a minute. What happened to your horse cart? My horse cart. Oh, what, the old gypsy wagon? That was the neighbour's, and I was just staying in it because he was going to sell it, and it was just stood there like not doing anything. So I was like, I'll stay in it, keep it warm, keep it dry. So I did for about 6 months, and then he sold it to the next neighbour. So it's still just down the canal, but yeah. I lived in that. Then I lived in studio here, and then I lived in my first van, and then I lived in my car, and now I'm still living in my car. Well, I say living, I sleep in it, and then I live here. But pretty much, there's nowhere I could sleep in. There are sleepable things, but I prefer to have my own space, so I just sleep in Lenny. I pretty much do all the time. Start her up, let's hear her. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, actually. I never thought of actually doing any practical work. If I can find the keys. Yeah, I've got the keys. Starts every time, first time. Like a dream. Like a dream. Yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll think about saying goodbye. I know it's only quick compared to most people's like 2-hour streams, but it's raining, and my phone's probably going to die because I'm on hotspot, and my friend's here, so yeah, spontaneous. Please, got that. I'm going to be remote. Well, before you go, was it you that said you were going? Yes, before you go, Simon, let's do it. Amazing. Let's pick you up. Can you go up to a snorkel? Really not a bad idea. I think these vans are pretty good. What do you think, Tim? They have a pretty big chassis point there that goes right onto it. But it's not a removable one. It's actually welded onto the chassis. So that's quite a good point. I think I'm going to do what CJ was going to do but didn't end up doing with the removable hitch winch sort of system. have on the back and the front. But yeah, the box is pretty big, 3.3 meters. But it's shorter than a long wheelbase of Echo. From bumper to bumper,